Let's say, oh yeah, okay. Alright. Why is this damn thing so high? That'll work. Oh, fudge. I don't need that anymore. Alright, what am I gonna play here? Let's go with shipment, fuck it. What's up? Get down. Korean horror movie. Uh-oh. That guy on the other team's name is Top Tier. We may be in trouble.
Kill confirmed.
Damn it.
Hostile UAV intercepted.
Getting pretty decent with the fucking sniper here. Not so much on other boards. But just here at shipment.
Hostile UAV active.
It's like the perfect distance to be shooting a sniper.
Quick fix activated.
Oh, I hit that guy. I totally did not think I was going to hit that guy at all.
Watch your fire. I've got your back. Burn something.
Target eliminated.
Ah, I missed him.
Basic.
Missed that one too.
Friendly Overwatch helo in the area.
Get chest
Our
singer, man.
UAV is on. Enemy down. The enemy is gaining ground. Push them back. Take fire. Get to cover. Hostile sentry is active.
Ah, it's over his head.
Hostile mortar strike in the area.
Is that a double? Holy shit, there were so many words.
Hostile UAV overhead. Confirmed one.
Holy shit.
With
I
you
did
till
not
the end.
think I was getting that shit.
Friendly fire, asshole.
What the hell? Did she between his legs?
X-ray down.
I missed. Ooh. I got one. I didn't see it register though.
Hostiles in the
Oh,
AO.
god damn it. What the fuck?
Can I? I'm moving. Taking effective fire.
Maybe.
I gotta have things. Just to make sure.
Getting hit hard. Friendly strike on the way. Hostile
It's 130. Oh, that was last kill. That guy's name, it was dullest player. What'd I get? 1124. Holy shit, that sucks. I thought I did a little better than that. Alright, what's he done? Maybe ship house. Or shoot house. I fucking love DoorDash. My last day off, I got DoorDash. I spent like almost $40 at Taco Bell. But I got a lot of shit too. I got some crazy ass fucking fries. They're nacho fries, a couple tacos. What the hell do they call that? The Chipotle chicken wrap? Chipotle chicken wrap? I don't remember. Normally I get Wendy's with get their fucking ghost pepper fries, a Frosty. Nothing better than a damn Frosty, man. Nah, I meant to get one of them Baja Blast fucking drink things. I think I saw the cost of how much it was going to cost, and I was like, yeah, we don't need to add any more money to this fucking bill. Because it was like, I think I'm almost positive it was like 38 and some change. It's like the most expensive DoorDash I've ever got. Normally it's 20 bucks. Like when I get Wendy's, it's like just under 20 bucks, like 19 and some change or 18 and some change or something. Never well, I've used Uber Eats too. I was really pissed off at Uber Eats because they fucked up every single order that I had. I got 100% refund on every like the first 5 or 6 orders that I made. 100% refund. DoorDash fucked up one time, and that was Taco Bell. Like there's just tacos like unwrapped in the bottom of the bag. Like I don't know if it was DoorDash or it was Taco Bell or what the fuck it was. But I messaged them and they only gave me a partial refund. I'm like, Uber Eats, they fuck up. They give me all my money back and tell me to keep the food. That usually is not what I ordered. Damn it. I do that all the time. Um but the last two times I used Uber, they they were actually really good. I tipped, I did all that shit, and it was cheaper. Like DoorDash usually costs almost $20, but Uber Eats same exact order, it was like $13. I don't know if that was just like an incentive thing, like hey, use our company, you know, like one of those kind of fucking things. Like you've been getting refunds, like we really want your business because they email me like like at multiple times a day. They're like today they emailed me uh $0 delivery fee and 10 or 15% off any order that I wanted. But and the funny thing is with Uber or not with Uber, with DoorDash, I had this chick delivering my shit. And I don't know, she was nice. Like I don't know, she would show up with my food and it was a correct order, so that's cool. Like that's all I really asked for. Um, shit, sometimes when I order, it'll tell me like 83 minutes until they can be here. And that's because they're like way down the fucking beach and they gotta drive all the way to this end of the beach and then get the food and then drive to my house. Which, from the food to my house, it doesn't matter if I get Taco Bell, McDonald's, or Wendy's. I don't think I can. I think I can get Subway from Uber Eats, but not from DoorDash. Nah, maybe I can't. I can get other things. I can get things on Uber Eats that I can't get on DoorDash. DoorDash, I think I have like five things that I can get from DoorDash. And that's McDonald's, Wendy's, Taco Bell, CVS, PetSmart, which is hilarious because PetSmart's like 15, 18 miles away. And there's a ton of restaurants between here and PetSmart. 7-Eleven, so that's six. I thought there was another sandwich place. No, I think Uber Eats, I can get tropical smoothie, but not on DoorDash. I think that's my six. But yeah, CVS, PetSmart, and fucking 7-Eleven. Like, when the fuck am I ever gonna be using those? Like CVS, I never do drugs. Like, I went there. I guess it wasn't last November. It was the November before that. And pretty much, I got amoxicillin, which is pretty much like penicillin. That's like the only drug that I've taken in I think since or no, I took some after that. Yeah, because the first decade of 2000, I took a bunch of not a bunch, but there was multiple times that I took Xanax. I fucking love Xanax. That shit's fucking great. Uh, that's about it. Well, the very beginning of 2000s, like 2000, 2001, somewhere around in there, I did either Percocet or Percodan. Well, I should correct that. I did one of those two, Percocet or Percodan, one of them. I took 2 pills, and we were drinking Molson Triple X because it just became legal in the United States. It's a Canadian beer, and it was like the highest percentage beer that you can get. I cannot remember how much it is. Budweiser, I think, is 5.3. I think it was like almost 10. Which, to be perfectly honest, don't even bother getting it. It's a waste of fucking money. You're better off like just go get Budweiser. Just fucking drink Budweiser. Like you can actually get that shit down. The Triple X was just ugh. It was like trying. Nah, that's a bad example, but I'll use it anyway. Just because. Would you cut it the fuck out? God, I hate it. Fucking animals, people, anything. Fuck with your goddamn seat while you're trying to sit in it. Fucking drives me nuts, man. There's nothing that pisses me off more. Like, I remember when she was really little, I freaked out on my niece because I was in the front seat and she kept kicking the back of the fucking seat. And it was just like every couple seconds, you're just like getting jostled. It's like, stop fucking hitting my goddamn chair. Oh shit, I'm gonna need more weed. Good thing this shit is fucking legal. You literally go on a website and just fucking order this shit, and it just shows up at your fucking door. It's the greatest fucking shit. It's like the dark web, but without having to go on the dark web. Always cracks me up when I talk about the dark web and people are like, "What's the dark web?" How the fuck do you not know what the dark web is, man? I've been using it. Well, I haven't used it in a while, but I've been using the dark web for like a, what year is this? 2023. Yeah, over 10 years. Like I said, I haven't used it in a while, but it, well, this is gonna sound uh different than the way I mean it, but like the dark web usually gets my anxiety going. And it has nothing, which is fucking hilarious. Regular web, I've been ripped off, I think it was 3 times in a row by some asshole trying to sell me fucking weed. Dark web, I've ordered 50, 60 times, maybe even 75. I don't know. Never ripped off one fucking time. The people in the dark web, very professional. But what I meant by like my anxiety gets to me is it's such a process that you have to do because A, you have to get on the dark web. So you can't just open up Internet Explorer or Chrome or whatever and log onto the dark web. You can't. It doesn't work like that. You have to use a program called Tor, which was created by the Navy. And would you fucking stop? Go. And you have to use Tor. It's the .onion browser. And then you have to find a dark web to go to. So that's a whole process in its own. So I got to go to Reddit and then start looking up dark web and then look at all the reviews and shit that people have of it and blah 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 because they get shut down all the time. So like the same one you went to last week, like it could be shut down this week because like shit, I was well not I guess I was part. I used the Silk Road. I use the Silk Road part. Would you cut it the fuck out? Go! Jesus fucking Christ. Like, I did. What was the other one? The one after Silk Road 2, I really liked. I liked Silk Road. That was a great one. Silk Road 2 was great, but they were like big spotlights on them. And the government like went totally right after them and shut them the fuck down. You just like log in or go to log in, and it would just an FBI thing would pop up, and it would just say this domain has been seized by the FBI and blah 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 blah. But anyway, you got to find a website to go to. Then you got to go to the website, and then you got to search through it and figure out what the hell you want, which you can get anything you want on the dark web. And I'm not even fucking joking. You want Xanax, you want cocaine, you want heroin, like anything you fucking want, it's there. Sometimes I would look at all the shit just to look at it. Be like, what the fuck is this shit? I've never even heard of this shit. And I would like go and look at it, and then I would have a description of like what it did to you, and I'm like, oh, not getting that. But anyway, you gotta find what you're looking for, or what you're not looking for. You just gotta find something. Figure out how much you're gonna be spending. Then you have to go buy Bitcoin. And you got to buy a percentage. Now it's a percentage of Bitcoin. Back in the when I first started using it, it was you would buy multiple Bitcoins. I got into Bitcoin when it was like $20 a coin. Last I looked, it was like 20,000, or I don't know. It went all the way to 45,000. So if I would have just like grabbed like 2 coin, I could have like bought a house. Well, if I would have got out when it was 45,000. But then you got to buy Bitcoin. Then you got to get the Bitcoin. Then you got to transfer the Bitcoin to whatever website you're using, and that takes an hour for the blockchain to go through. Well, it takes an hour for you to get it. Then it takes another hour for you to actually have it on your account. Sometimes it'll take 2 hours. Sometimes it'll take 3 hours. But when it finally is on your account, then you can actually make your order. And then you have to encrypt your message. Like your Bitcoin goes to escrow through the website. So the website's technically holding your Bitcoin until you release it when you get your shit. But in the meantime, like when Bitcoin's like all volatile and shit, like you could be like, oh, okay, like this ounce is like $110. So you could trade. You never do $110. You always do like $120 or 125 or something like that, because the price of Bitcoin could bounce, and by the time it actually gets into your account a couple hours later, then it could be a completely different price. And you might just like, now you need more Bitcoin, and now you got to start that whole process all over again before you can actually get your shit. But then you got to like open, what is it, PGP, and you open that up, and then you look in, or then you like type your message, which normally is just your name, your address, and you always put it, you never use a fake name, ever. You use a fake name, you get flagged. Not by the website, by the postal service, because they'll be like, why is this going to John Doe? John, that's not John, that's Tom's house. And then they'll like confiscate your shit. Which I never had happen. I always used my real name, obviously, real address and everything. And then on the zip code, I do the 5-number zip code, and then I do the 4 numbers after that too, which I can't even remember what it is right now. But and then you encrypt it, and you send it to that person. Well, before you encrypt it, you have to get their keys. They'll put their keys on their website, and you got to copy that. And when you encrypt it to their keys. So only they can open it up. That's all redundancy. Bitcoin, you can't trace where it came from. Well, technically you kind of can, but most of these websites use a mixer where your Bitcoin goes into their website. It gets mixed up with like a ton of different Bitcoin, and they spit out your amount, but with like a small amount from guy one's Bitcoin that they put in, small amount from guy two, small amount from guy three, small amount from guy four, and down the row, and it's just a mixer. And then you encrypt it and you send the message to the person you bought it from, which you've already bought it at this point. They will get it, and because you use their keys, they are the only one that can unlock it, and then they can see what your name, your address, and all that shit is, and then they just send it to you. And then when you get it, you log back into the website, and you go to like release escrow, and they just go ahead and give your Bitcoin to whoever you bought it from. It was a cool service. It was just too much fucking anxiety because like all that fucking shit. All right, I was trying to pack a bowl. What? Well, digital currency isn't. Bitcoin is digital currency, but digital currency isn't just Bitcoin. Would you stop? Go! God damn it, man. The fuck? Go! Jesus. She likes to sit right behind my goddamn chair and smack into it. Yeah, Bitcoin is digital currency, but because there's Bitcoin, Litecoin, Dogecoin, there's like a million different digital currencies. And back in the day, like when I first started using the dark web, you would have to go to Walmart and buy Bitcoin at Walmart. Now you can just go to like the Cash App and buy Bitcoin that way. Super easy. But if because I would go to Walmart and use cash, and I would just be like, I want to buy Bitcoin, and they would be like, okay, like blah 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 blah, where do you want it sent? And they would just send it to wherever the fuck, I don't even remember where I'd send it to, but I would pay with cash. So technically, you really couldn't figure out. I guess if you did enough investigative work, you could probably figure out who bought the Bitcoin, because you could track it back to Walmart, and then from Walmart, if you got the cameras and shit like that, then you could find out who paid cash for it. But the whole point of using Bitcoin is A, it's digital, so you can just like use it, and B, I say this very loosely, it's not traceable. It is, because you can always go through the blockchain and go back and find where it came from. But for the most part, for the dumbed down version, it's like not traceable. And like I said, I started, I think it was $20 a coin when I started. So to buy like a $200 bag of weed, you're spending like 10 coin. And then transfer that shit into fucking later year amount where it was 45,000 a coin. That's $450,000. Although, fun fact, the very first purchase with Bitcoin, I don't know, remember who the hell it was, but they bought a pizza. I think one pizza, and they paid 20,000 coin. Imagine if you had that 20,000 coin in today's prices, even with it at $20,000. Holy fuck, man. You'd be like a millionaire. I forgot how they did it. They convinced a pizza place to accept the coin, or they sold the coin to a friend who paid for the pizza. Something like that. Yeah, there's a million damn currencies anymore. It started off as Bitcoin and Litecoin, and then Dogecoin came in, and then there was just it just started exploding. Everybody had their own damn coin. Nope. No, he was pretty proud of himself for making the very first purchase with Bitcoin, which is pretty fucking cool. I love this fucking tool. But like they say in so many good fucking quotes from that movie. Like they say in The Way of the Gun, need is the ultimate monkey. So when you want fucking weed, and you got to get it from the dark web, you'll figure it out. That shit was fucking hilarious though, because my buddy figured it out. Actually, I watched uh Adam. I want to say his name starts with a K. Adam. He had a Kokesh. Yeah, Adam Kokesh. I actually watched the entire video on how to buy weed on the dark web. Well, it's just drugs in general on the dark web. Still didn't understand what the fuck I was listening to. And my buddy figured it out, and then he had to walk me through it. After the first time I did it, I was like, oh, okay, I got this shit. What the fuck? Here, wait, huh, let's do this little trick that I learned from a crackhead. I guess I could have just done that instead. Because I've known a bunch of people that smoke crack. My cousin's wife smoked crack. My cousins smoked crack. A bunch of my buddies were smoking crack. That's why one of the reasons. Well, actually, it was heroin. That's why the main reason I decided to move the fuck out of Pennsylvania, because all my friends were getting hooked on heroin, And I was like, fuck this shit. I see where this road's going. But the trick is you put ashes in your bowl and it acts like a filter. Well, it works that with fine weed, like weed that's like really uh pretty ground up. But like with crack, the reason you do it is because when you smoke the crack, it melts, and you want it to melt into the ashes so that um so you can actually get a couple hits. Because otherwise, your first hit, it would melt the shit, and it would just go right into the pipe, right into your lungs, and then poof. Oh shit. Yeah, my cousin's wife smoked crack. It was one of the reasons they ended up breaking up. And then he spent like the next like 4 or 5 years fighting her in court, trying to get custody of the kids. And it wasn't until the day he went to pick up his kids because they had shared. Well, she had full custody, and he had shared custody, so he would get them like say for the weekends or whatever. And one time he went there and she was passed out and there was like crack and like crack pipes and all kind of shit just sitting right there. Like the kids could have walked right over and just like grabbed it and like put it in their mouth kind of fucking shit. So he snagged it all and gave it to his lawyer. And the lawyer took it to court and was like, "Yeah, this is the shit she's getting into." And then he got custody of the kids finally. But it took him, oh my god, tens and tens of thousands of dollars fighting in court, which I think my aunt and uncle mainly paid for because they have a lot of money. What? All situations involving women never end well? Yeah, they do. When you come. That's always great. Hmm. I guess it has been like 38 minutes since I've taken a drink. Uh, uh, if no, you can't trust. You can't trust anyone as a druggie. Ex druggies, sometimes you can trust them. Because I've known a lot of people that quit doing drugs. Most of them, I'd trust them. I do trust them. But that statement, "bitches can't be trusted," that's a false statement. And if you're calling women bitches, then yeah, you're around the wrong women. Cunt and bitch are two words that I almost never use for a woman. It's almost always a guy that I'm calling, especially cunt. But bitch, normally it's almost always a guy too. Mainly because I feel like by calling him that, by calling a guy that, that's more disrespectful. That it makes me laugh. Oh, come on. Stop fucking burning, bitch. See? My bull's not female. Come on, I only want to smoke half the bowl. You keep going this way, it's gonna be all gone. I have never called a woman a cunt in my entire life. I've called a lot of people cunts. Never a woman. I don't think I've ever called a woman a bitch. I guess I have said bitches. These two I call my bitches. But that's correct terminology, because that's a female dog. Oh, right, yeah. This shit. Everybody changes. Eventually. Might not be right now. Might not be next week. It might not be next year. But eventually, everybody changes. Well, I shouldn't say everybody. I'm sure there is a small population of people that will never change. There's got to be. Because if you're going to make the statement that everybody changes, there's got to be the opposite. There's got to be people that never change. I'm sure it's like a lot more rare, but I don't know. A lot of people change as soon as they have a new life experience. Is that naivete? Is that what word that is? Because that's just being naive, which means you're not really thinking about what the fuck is going on. And that's a lot different than just never changing. I don't know. I would make the argument with that statement. I would make the argument that maybe the people around you are changing, but maybe you're too dumb to notice that they're actually changing and you think that you're changing. I always have to look at the counter argument first. Ugh. Yeah, I think I still have one down here too, because I bought it warm and I put one in my fridge. I don't. It's not even champagne. I think it's like brut or something. I don't know. It's some like sparkling wine type shit. and I bought it just to like add it to my vodka, and I just never opened it. I've had it for like, how long have I had it for? Like 2 months now? Probably longer than that. Uh, yeah, okay, let me get this one in. Oh yeah, and also with that, your firm belief is everyone around you will never change. If that's the way you feel, you'll never see the change that they make, unless it's drastic. That, and you'll also be constantly convincing yourself that they won't change ever. So even when they do change, you just don't see the change. uh, by sparkling, I mean like it's like champagne, fizzy. Oh, and they're pony bottles too. They're only like this big. I think they're like 6 or 8 of them.
Changing that.
Hard point. Capture and hold the target area.
Oh, god damn it. We're already in the middle of a fucking game.
UAV is online. Friendly cruise missile approaching target. Friendly gunship is orbiting the AO.
Activating drill charge.
Locating the next hard point. Get ready.
I am wounded!
Where the fuck am I at? That's the opposite way I want to go.
Counter UAV attack.
Eyes up!
Location updated.
Stay strong.
Capture the hard point.
We'll make it.
Semtex out!
Yep. Heard that coming.
Our UAV is orbiting the area.
Look alive!
Yeah, double kill popcorn, bitch.
Confirming next hard point. Stand
Oh,
by.
damn it.
Friendly counter UAV is online. Our UAV is orbiting the area.
Oh, shit.
Friendly VTOL entering the sector.
Whoa.
Hardpoint relocated. Secure the target area. Compromised. Secure the area. We're on the advance. Keep the pressure, lads.
Activating drill charge.
In here?
Adversary taking back.
Friendly UAV online. Friendly UAV on station.
Molotov!
I got your back.
Friendly counter UAV is on station. Hardpoint relocating. Stand by.
Do it.
Hardpoint.
Yeah, you can do that with champagne. I've never done that.
Fly over. Semtex out. Dropping ammo here.
Good alright.
Friendly
Yeah.
gun deployed. Friendly
Targets down. Changing mags!
standing by. ready. Relocated. Secure the target area. Be online.
I never shake up champagne.
Mission complete.
Because
Solid
what you
work.
do, I've seen so many videos of people smacking themselves in the face with the cork of a champagne bottle, though. It's pretty funny. I mean, you can lose an eye from doing that shit. But, I mean, even though I never shook up the champagne, I always made sure my hand was over the cork and it was, like, pointing in a direction that it could, like, I don't know, I'll just call it, have blow-off. But I would always just not shake it up, and it's got a little cage on the fucking neck of the bottle, and you untwist the little metal thing, and then the metal cage can come off, and then the cork's there, and then all you gotta do is just, like, twist the cork a little bit, and that sucker just, like, pops right out, and doesn't spill, like, I don't know, a quarter of your champagne all over the floor. Well, that might be great if, like, you got, like, tons of money. I don't know. I'm an alcoholic. I don't want to waste alcohol. At the same time, I will drink a beer, and if it gets too warm, I'm like, fuck this beer. Let me get a cool one. I'm not like some of my friends that would wake up the next day and be like, oh, man, I didn't drink all this beer last night, and then start drinking it. How does what taste? The champagne? It's sweet and sparkling, so carbonated. I don't know. I like to drink champagne, but I don't like to drink a lot of champagne. I'd rather go back to Budweiser or
Team deathmatch. Saber 1, you're cleared hot.
I guess straight up vodka. I don't know. A lot of people say it's too sweet. I wouldn't say that, but I understand exactly where they're coming from when they say that. Because, like, yeah, the first couple glasses are like, fuck yeah, this is great. And then next thing you know, you're like, okay, yeah, let me find a different alcohol.
I've got your back.
Huh, I never even noticed there was words above that door.
UAV active.
Well, in whatever the fuck language it is.
Enemies deployed a counter UAV.
My reaction time today has been so horrible.
Friendly counter UAV is online. Our UAV is orbiting the area.
Yeah, bitch. If I can get the jump on him, sometimes I'm okay. My slow reaction time. Trophies! Holy Jesus! Was that a whole fucking room of people? I mean, I know it was a whole room full of people, but were those all enemies? I kind of feel like two of them were like part of my team or something. Maybe that was just wishful thinking.
I'm reloading.
Friendly VTOL entering this sector.
What the fuck was that? Oh shit. Oh god damn, there they were.
Friendly UAV on station. Our counter UAV is active. Our UAV is orbiting the area. overhead. Friendly advanced UAV active.
The fuck is that symbol?
Take it home. Enemy precision airstrike. Find cover. Hostile UAV in the area.
Changing mags!
Enemy down.
Ah! They're even right on him. Ah! Yeah, I got one of them. Get another dude. You gonna get him with a shotgun? Oh, is that my guy?
Enemy UAV
Oh,
active.
he's dead anyway.
Hostile vehicle overhead.
So am I.
Hostile UAV in the area. Enemy
Whoa!
UAV
That was
active.
like right in front of my face.
Friendly UAV.
Ah, damn turtle.
Enemy care package incoming.
What the hell is that? Is that you? Is that a helicopter? I thought it was a plane.
Enemy counter UAV is active. Friendly counter UAV is on station.
Reloading!
Friendly UAV on station.
PlayStation replay chat. I don't know. It's an option. I just like fuck it. Makes it easier for me because I don't have to turn my head and look at my computer and just look at the screen.
We've got him on the run. Keep it up. Friendly UAV online.
Because otherwise I gotta turn my head like, I guess,
Our UAV is orbiting the area.
45 to 90 degrees.
Friendly mortar strike on the way. Friendly UAV online.
Where the fuck am I at? Oh.
All saber. Mission accomplished.
Oh, that oh yeah, the repeat shit. I don't. It just does it. That's when I turn my head and look at my computer, because the computer doesn't do that. Only PlayStation does it. So I'll just like turn my head and look, and I'll be like, oh yeah, that wasn't a new message. Dude, 311? Shit. It started in the middle? Oh, yeah, I did. Because, like, right when I started, someone already had a fucking plane. Oh, spank bank, I only got, like, 1 or 2 or something. Man. Nah, that PlayStation thing's annoying as fuck. Danger Ranger. 46 and 5. He died 5 times. But still, what the fuck? 45, 46 and 5? What? Fix got 2 and 2. That's alright. Went fast on the screen. I didn't even fucking see it. That's why I had to click the button and look. That is pretty fucking skewed, though. I don't care if it's 2 or 5. Like, 46 and under 10? I don't know about that shit, man. Like, are you cheating? Or are you just that fucking good?
Kill confirmed. Eliminate targets and secure their tags to win.
Throwing Semtex!
Low on ammo. Contact.
Oh, you fuck.
Throwing flash grenade!
Oh. Hey, yo. That actually was some pretty decent, steady shooting.
Hostile UAV in the sector. Hardline activated.
Whoops.
Hostile flashlight active.
Yeah.
Hostile plastic mine detected. Hostile UAV active.
Ah, damn it. Ran out of bullets.
Chasing mag.
That normally never happens because I usually get killed pretty quick.
Hostile vehicle in the sector.
Oh, damn. Oh, damn.
Hostile overwatch vehicle in the sector.
Yeah, dude.
Hostile care package in the sector.
Maybe that dude's playing this game. What was his fucking name? Danger Range. Shit.
Heavy care package in the AO.
I don't see him over there yet.
On your six! Requesting fire mission!
You ever get so high,
Quick fix online.
like, you hear a plane overhead,
Fight back.
and you start shooting at it, and it's like, when you, like, get to your third clip, you realize it's on your team.
Hostiles deploy the sentry.
I've done that so many fucking times.
Enemy.
Yeah, game. I don't like just fire a gun randomly up in the air. That would be irresponsible. And as irresponsible as I am, I'm never irresponsible with firearms.
Hey, wolf.
Friendly vehicle inbound.
I've been around guns for 45 years. And I've been handling guns for 41, 42 years, something like that. And I have never lasered anybody.
Enemy incoming.
Changing mags!
Which, that's lasering right there, where you're pointing the gun at someone.
Orbiting the AO.
They just call it lasering. You can do it with a laser, but you can do it without a laser, so... But I've never done that my entire life. Not one time. I had one accidental discharge, and it's because I forgot to put the safety back on my shotgun when we were duck hunting. I used to use a double barrel, fuck, what the hell was it called? Satori. Which, they're like really expensive. They're like you're lucky if you get one for $1,000. Which I think that's what my dad got his for. He just always wanted one. He was a big hunter, so he was like, fuck it. I'll pay it. It was like a $2,000 gun, he got it for like $1,000. I think it was used though. But I took it over. It was a double barrel, over and under. Which, I like the I like the over and unders. I'm not a big fan of the side-by-side. I'm not really a big fan of double barrels in general. But if I'm going to have a double barrel, it's going to be an over and under. I especially love it when they have, like my Satori had the safety was also a selector switch. So it was like push forward to fire, and then you could go left and right. And it would do like left was upper barrel, and then bottom barrel, and right would be bottom barrel, and then upper barrel. Because I think it was like modified choke on the upper barrel and full choke on the bottom barrel. Which I always did it top barrel, bottom barrel. Because if you miss it with the modified, then tighten it up, man. I love that fucking gun, man. It was so great. I hunted with that thing forever. I would hunt deer with it. I'd put slugs into it. I would hunt ducks, grouse, ringneck, squirrel, like anything you could use a shotgun for when you're hunting. I would be using that gun. And then I got to a point where the gun I got my first turkey with, an 870. Or 870. Ah! Yeah, I think the gun I got my first turkey with was an, I think it was an 870 is a pump shotgun. 8700? I can't remember what the fuck it is. 870 I'm pretty sure is a pump gun. And mine wasn't a pump gun, it was an automatic. Or, well, semi-automatic. But in Pennsylvania, you could only have 3 bullets in the gun. So you had to have like this stick that you had to like unscrew, like follow the barrel down, and right where like the bottom of the gun is, you'd unscrew it right there, take out the fucking thing, and you would put in this stupid fucking stick, which prevented you from having more than 1 in the chamber and 2 in the clip. Because most shotguns you can have 5. And it would have a stick, so you couldn't do it. Except for when it was deer season and you were using a shotgun for deer. Then you could take the clip out, but you could only have 4 in the chamber. You couldn't get 5 because the shells were bigger. But you could only get 4 in there, so you'd have 1 in the chamber, 4 in the magazine. I guess you'd call it a magazine. Yeah, once I got to that gun, I was like, yeah, fuck this shit. Like, I'm not going back to the fucking Satori. Actually, that was my dad's gun, too. That was when I got my first turkey with. I got a ton of fucking shit with that thing. But I remember specifically, I got my first turkey with that gun, because it was his gun. and I was hunting with him, and he already got a turkey, and it was just my turn, and one was coming in, and he loved calling in turkeys and shit like that. And I was just gonna use his gun, so I used his gun, and then after that, I was just like, "Fuck yeah, man! Like, I want this gun. You can have your fucking Satori back."
Deathmatch.
I love that.
Sable
Oh,
one,
I still have
you're
that
clear to
gun.
engage all threats.
As a matter of fact, my sister wanted to borrow it, and I gave her the exact same gun, except it has a different stock on it. Like, mine has a synthetic stock on it, and this one had a wood stock on it. But the wood stock one was my grandpa's that I got when he died. But I was like, yeah, you can have this one. Like, it doesn't have as significant. I mean, it has significance to me because it was my grandpa's. Some of my favorite guns are my grandpa's.
Enemy UAV overhead.
And in that regard, I didn't want to like get rid of it because I knew I was never using it. Because anytime people borrow shit from me, it never fucking comes back. So I knew like my favorite gun would not be coming back. Maybe it was an 870. I should Google what the fuck a pump gun is. Maybe it's an 808 or an 880.
The lead is ours.
I think I'm thinking 8700.
UAV on station.
Reloading. Have your back. Semtex out!
Our UAV
Yeah, I think an
overhead in the
870
area.
is a pump gun, and I have an 8700. Because it's cooler, because it's semi-automatic, so it gets an extra number.
Covering your 6!
Even though it's a 0.
Hostile airstrike incoming. Hostile cluster mine deployed.
Threat neutralized! Clear! On your 6! Pressure mark. Taking back!
Hostile pistol incoming.
Got your 6!
Mission complete.
Semtex!
Hostile is
Reload.
in
Cover.
the area.
I got set up cover and then just ran out. Oh, you bitch. Bye, bitch.
Friendly cluster mine deployed. Friendly mortar strike inbound. We've lost the
Right.
lead. Hostile airstrike near your location. Hostile cluster mine detected. Enemy UAV active. Friendly missile inbound.
Flash incoming!
Uh,
Quick fix. Friendly UAV online.
Threat neutralized. You're clear.
Friendly care package on the way. We're on the advance. Keep the pressure, lads.
Where you at, bitch? Damn it!
Friendly
Didn't get my
mortar
sound
strike
effects
on the
out.
way. Friendly airstrike in the AO. Mission complete. Solid work.
Phone's charged.
Reloading.
Why does this fucking shit keep turning on? Oh, I probably need to restart my phone. 3-9. Oh. Where's my button? Oh, I don't have to put my phone over there. Dude, I didn't even know it was possible because I figure I stayed a bunch of models behind on my phone on purpose because then I can save money and then I'll only have to pay like $200 for my phone instead of like two or like like 1,000, 2,000. So I'm always behind on my model. I'm not really that far back right now. I think I'm like 4, or actually by now it's probably like 5 models back by now. But I didn't know it could wirelessly charge. And like the charging port kept fucking up and like I would just have to like plug it in and hold it to the side and like hold it there for like 4 minutes and then like slowly take your hands off of it like, oh, don't touch it, don't touch it, don't touch it, don't touch it kind of thing. And then half the time it would stop charging like throughout the day and it was just a pain in the ass. And then yeah, I think it had to be Susie told me about it because she had the same phone. That's why I got it. Because I usually would get the Samsung Note, and this is the Samsung Galaxy S8 Plus. But normally I've had 2 Notes, and I love the Notes because they're gigantic. Like that's what I love about them. My big fat fingers can actually like type on them and shit. This one's practically the same size as a Note, which is why I got it. And she's the one that told me. She was like, "Yeah, you can just do it wirelessly." And I'm like, "What? Like space age technology is like at my doorstep? Like I can actually like do wacky shit like that?" So I got one, and I loved it because my wireless earbuds are in a small container like this big. And you can, if you do it right, you can stack both of them on the wireless thing, and both of them will charge at the exact same time, which is pretty fucking cool. But all of a sudden, my wireless thing stopped working, and I started panicking. I was like, "What the fuck am I gonna do?" Because that's practically like, unless I want to like sit there for a half hour trying to fuck around with the cord, like that's the only way I can charge my phone. And I was freaking the fuck out. I'm like, I can't believe this, man. I've only had it like a month and now it doesn't work. Like, I rely on this son of a bitch now. So I immediately went to Amazon. I'm like, repeat order. And like had that sucker coming like 2 days later or some shit like that. Yeah, it turns out apparently somehow the wireless charger got flipped over and it was upside down. And I guess it doesn't work when it's upside down. I don't understand why. If it works right side up, why doesn't it work upside down? But that was the whole problem. So now I have 2, which is fucking awesome because I have 2 earbud containers that need to charge, and my phone. So between all of those, like I got enough charger. It's perfect. Because as soon as I get home, I put my earbuds on the chargers, and they take the least amount of time to charge. And the second one of them's done, I'll move the other one to this one, and I'll put my phone on this one, and I just let that bitch sit there. Usually, I would just let it sit there until I go to work the next day, or if I don't go to work or whatever. Um, yeah, I don't know what I'd do without both of these wireless chargers, let alone just one. Because they're like a fucking godsend. All you have to do, and like the biggest complaint I saw online about them is the lights are so bright when it's charging. Like, you definitely don't want to keep it right next to your bed when you're sleeping, and blah 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 blah. Yeah, go fuck yourself. I sleep in this chair all the time. I got one right there, I got another one right there, and there's almost always something charging. That shit, it has some brightness to it to let you know it's charging. That's about it. Like, I wouldn't bitch about it. I like that it changes colors when it's charging. Like, it's just, I like that part of it. I think it's really cool because then you know it's fucking charging. Hey! What the goddamn fuck, man? I changed Aunt Jemima a long time ago. It was stupid. It was celebrating a black woman. I don't understand, like, why they had to. And obviously, she was good at making pancakes and shit. Because otherwise, she wouldn't have, like, her own brand. Well, it wasn't exactly her brand. It was named after her, but still. But yeah, now it's like Mill Creek something. It's like 3 words. I don't even know if it's Creek. I know the first one's Mill. And there's a picture of like a mill on the fucking container instead of a black woman. Way to go, assholes. Is there any black guys out there that have their own shit that you want to fucking cancel culture on them? That's fucking racism right there, man. I almost never call anything racism, but that's how it feels to me. Although I do say dog racism when I talk about pit bulls and people that I like want to ban them. Because I think that's the best way to put it. Raycons. How much were they? I want to get some Raycons, but I don't know if they would really work for me because normally, um, you mean Capri? I don't even know where the fuck. No, she's laying over there. I said her name and she stood up. uh, oh, normally when my dogs don't chew my fucking earbuds, and I have one set that both of the earbuds are perfect in, I will take the right one and put it in my right ear because I always listen out of my right ear. And then when that one gets ready to die, I'll take it and I'll put it back in the charger and I'll grab the left one and I'll put it in my right ear. It's just like you just gotta like have them backwards. So like when it's your right one, you have it like facing up, and when it's your left one, you have it facing down, and it just fits your ear. But I'm worried if I get a pair of Raycons, I'll probably need two sets of them, because I don't think the way they've been described to me, there's a left and a right. It's not like I don't. Nobody's ever confirmed that you can or cannot, but I would assume that you wouldn't be able to put the left in your right ear. Just the way everybody describes how they're like molded for your ear and whatever the fuck gel. That's the part I wanna like about them is the gel shit where they don't fall out of your ear. Because these bitches will totally fall out of your ear. Like I'm always adjusting my fucking earbuds. I still love them. I mean, literally, it's been almost 2 years straight that I've had an earbud in my ear listening to music. I don't know. It's June, so I bought them in summertime 2 years ago. So 2 years at some point. But once I bought them and started using them, like I just never took them out. Like I'd wake up in the middle of the night and like change them out because the one in my ear was dead, and then go back to sleep. $80 isn't bad. Mine were the price fluctuated. I bought so many fucking packs of these fucking things. I have one, two, three, four, five, and I think I have an empty case. So I bought like six of them. Like I literally have, well, it's on the floor because the dogs knocked it over. Um, one of the cases that they came in, the size of the case is also, well, I think I have one instruction manual. I think I threw the rest of them out. But it comes with like a bunch of accessories, so different size little rubber dealies that you stick in your ear, like so you can change it from small, medium, large kind of fucking thing. A USB cord to charge it with. Um, I don't remember what else is in there, but it's just like an accessory card, and it's the size of the container. Like it's the one container is just full of all of those fucking things from every single one that I got. Like that's how many I've got, and they've ranged from like I want to say the first ones I got were like $40, unless well I had another set of different style. These are all ear fun, but I had another one. I don't even remember what the fuck it was called. But that sucker I think was $40, and then I think the ear fun was 50. But I've paid up to like 65 or $75 for them. But it's always like a oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. My fucking one earbud's fucked up. Like I need a new set, and then I'll just like order up a new set. Except the last one I got, I still have it sitting right fucking there. Oh, there it is. I was looking where I thought it was, and I'm like, oh shit, where the fuck did it go? Um, but that one I could not get to connect to my phone. And I messaged the company. They were like, "Did you try to use the instructions?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I have like like six pairs of these fucking things. They all would sync up to my phone. Yours doesn't." And then I kind of forgot about it, and then I'm here with this fucking pair. I gotta just try it again. I forget how to sync them. It's just like some stupid process. I can't remember what it was doing, why it wouldn't connect. Like my phone wasn't seeing them, or they couldn't connect to my phone, or some shit. I don't know, but if you go on my Bluetooth connections, there's like six well, I guess there's 5 uh connections that are all earphone. It's funny. It depends on which one you use. It'll just like find that one and it'll be like, oh, okay, look, it's this one's live. I need to get that other fucking set working because I have 2 sets that I use right now and I use both right sides. Well, the one set that I have, the left one doesn't really work. I don't think. Maybe it does. Who knows? I never use it. It's got like the dog's got a hold of it and there's like bite marks all through it and shit like that. But the right one, the dogs also got a hold of and like ripped it off. Like literally when you look at it, there's like if you look at it when it's in my ear, you'll see the little tiny circuit board on the fucking thing. But it works. The only problem is I keep my phone in my back pocket. Like it works great when I'm sitting right here and my phone's like right next to me. But which is funny because I can walk all the way to the back door and outside before they disconnect. But when I'm at work and my phone's in my back pocket, it just sits there and skips like the entire fucking time. But I'd have to look. I gotta find one of those instruction books around here somewhere, and because I wanted to look up the spec on how long it takes for the earbud to charge, because I'm pretty sure it said like 7 or 9 minutes. I'm pretty sure it was under 10 minutes to like go from, and it's 7 hours that you can use the earbuds. So technically speaking, I could use the shitty one for like 10, 12 minutes and then put it back in its case and then go back to my good one. Because a good one, I can walk out on the back deck. I can take a piss out there. I can like, go to get the dogs. Like I can do all kind of fucking shit, but it just doesn't work with the other. I mean, it's also missing half of the earbud, and it's got a computer board showing. And one of the pain in the ass things is like at work when like you open an oven or something and you get that heat wave, you'll just hear beep and like the volume will go up because that's the one that if you touch it and when I adjust it in my ear, almost always the volume will go up. It'll beep and the volume will go up. So I'm constantly having to turn the fucking volume down with that thing. And for some reason lately has become louder than my good one. Like I don't even understand. Same volume settings, two completely fucking different things, man. Because I usually go 2 clicks. I'm not like I go all the way off, and then I go 1 click and then another click, and that's normally where I keep my earbuds. And then when I'm at home, sometimes I'll go to 3. But it depends, because like on the fucked up one, I only need to go to 2 because that's the same level as like my good one on like I wouldn't say 3. It's more like between 3 and 4. So like 3.5 or whatever. But I don't. When you have, I keep saying this because it just amazes me. Like when you've had earbuds in for 2 years straight, like never not having your earbuds in. Well, again, I only use one, like at all times. Um, like at work, I do it so I can listen out of this ear, which is funny because this is my better ear. But um, that way I can listen to people with this ear, and I can listen to my music in this ear, and I can still hear people with this ear too. It's got a bunch of different modes. It's got like noise canceling. It's got like awareness and like all the same shit that the um, whatchamacallit, the fuck, Raycon, because a bunch of the fucking YouTube channels I watch do commercial, like ad reads in their video for Raycon. That's actually how I found out about them. Because it's always like 15% off or blah, blah, whatever. Fucking use my code fucking thing. And I always wanted to do it just because, like, I wanted the Raycons anyway, and then I could just get, like, I don't know, 15% off or whatever. I just never did it. I wonder how long do they take to charge? Is it like 10 minutes? Something like that? Because I could always just go to my left ear if that's the way it works. If I can't jam that thing into my right ear. Yeah, I'm pretty sure mine are like 7 or 9 minutes to charge the earbud. To charge the case, it can take an hour, 2, 3, something like that. I don't know. Is this one done charging? It better be. Yep. I put that sucker on at 113 now. I put that sucker on at 7. Oh, well, it's the first thing I do when I get home. Although I did hit the liquor store and a gas station. Dude, my fucking tank was on E. And when I say was on E, I have a little readout dealie that'll tell me how many miles per gallon I'm getting with a compass, the uh, temperature, miles till empty. And it wouldn't tell me how many miles till I was empty. It was that fucking low. It just said low. Fuck did it say? Low fuel. But I put. I always do crazy numbers with my when I go to a gas station and get gas. I always do it. Like most people be like $10. Like not me. I'll do like $9.99 or I'll do like 10.01, 10.03. Like I just do random. Stop barking. I just do random shit like that. So today, it was like 3118, I think was my number today. Because today I decided I wanted 10 gallons. So I went just beyond 10 gallons. That's how much it cost, 3118. Because I never put a full tank in my truck. Never. In the time I've owned my vehicle, the first couple days we put full tanks into my truck, but that's because we went to Oklahoma. So we had to drive from North Carolina all the way to Oklahoma, all the way to Pennsylvania, and then back to North Carolina. So obviously that entire time I was filling it up. And then I never put another full tank into the vehicle until I put one in when I went to Canada. I made sure I had enough gas because I had to drive like an hour and a half to get to the fucking airport. So I did it then. And then right before COVID, the gas prices like just flew fucking down. I was like, fuck that. I kept my truck topped off. Like I filled that bitch all the way up, and then like the next like 2 days later, I just went over there and filled that sucker all the way back up, and I just kept doing that until the gas prices went back up. I don't even remember what the hell they were at the time. I just remember they were so cheap that I was like, fuck it. And I was making some decent money too. I had a. Yeah, it was salary. Yeah, and it was pretty decent salary too. Although for the work that I was doing and my credentials, maybe it wasn't that good of a deal. But for me at the time, I was like, oh, I didn't have a job for a while, and now all of a sudden, look at this fucking money coming in. And then fucking COVID happened. And I didn't work there anymore. Actually, we had a hiatus where it was like, I think 2 weeks. I think we still got paid for it too. They just told us stay at home. Maybe it was 3 weeks. But then we came back to work because we were essential workers. And then the lockdowns came, and then that was it. Fucking COVID. I was never afraid of fucking COVID. As a matter of fact, once it started making headlines and shit, I was like, fuck it, let's get it. Let's get COVID. Like, let's just get it over with, man. Like, we'll just do it right now, and then that'll be over and done with, and then we can just move on with life. And then I never got it. Everybody around me got it. I don't know, my dad didn't get it. Even though my mom had it twice? 3 times? She had it a bunch. My sister had it bad. And then the guy she lives with had it. And then all of their combined kids got it. And then, yeah, and then I got a job, well, where I work now, and it was around New Year's because I was off. I think New Year's Eve and New Year's Day, actually. It was one of the New Year's, or maybe, I can't remember. I called off a day. So it was either like New Year's Day or the 2nd of January. I think it was more like the 2nd of January. I think I had New Year's Eve, New Year's Day off. And then I called off the next day because I wasn't feeling well. And the next day I came back to work and I'm like, where is everybody? And it was just me and the boss. And she's like, yeah, everybody got COVID. I'm like, everybody got COVID? Which was like Taylor and Kirsty and Tamika. Like, all 3 of them all got COVID at the same time. And then that's actually how I got my schedule, is because everybody got COVID. I used to be like 12 to close. And then when COVID happened, she was like, can you come in early tomorrow? And we're just going to like close early tomorrow. Like, we're not going to stay open till 7. We're going to just be open till 5. And that's how I got 10 to 5, because she wanted me to come in like 2 hours early. Like, she never wanted 9. She just said 10, and then I just leave at 5. And it was all because everybody had COVID. It was just me and her all day long. And she would open, and then I would get there at 10, and she would leave at like 3, 4, whenever the hell she feels like it. And then I would carry it till 5, and then shut the whole fucking thing down and go home. And that's how I got my schedule. And because everybody had COVID, because we never got actual confirmation that they actually had COVID. I'm not going to argue with them, like, you never had COVID, like, that kind of bullshit. Whatever. If you're willing to lie over some dumb shit like that, then whatever. I'll just be the idiot, and you got me. Because whatever. Like, why would you lie about something like that? I mean, to get out of work, yeah. But, like, most of these people live paycheck to paycheck, so they really couldn't take 2 weeks out of their life and not have a paycheck, you know? Because we get paid every other week. Like Tamika definitely could not afford to like just take 2 weeks off. Like I don't even think she can afford to take vacation days off. I don't know if she even gets vacation because I'm not full time. I'm only part time. And it's been like that since I got hired. What 2.5 years ago? Over 2.5 years ago, or about 2.5. Um, oh, COVID. I well, I guess I did take that shot, huh? Hmm. Um, I spent a lot of time in the house during COVID. Like almost that, like most of that year. Like I got hired in January. In March, I want to say. I want to say it was March is where we had um the dilly where they just shut down the company for like however long it was. It was longer than a week. Or, well, it was at least a week. I'm thinking more like 2 or 3, maybe 4. But they were just like, yeah, stay at home. And so, like, I did. Like, I was just hanging out here. And, yeah, because that was the beginning of the lockdowns. And, yeah. Because that job that I had to cross the bridge, which when you come back across the bridge, the cops had it all blocked off. And you had to, like, stop and show your ID to prove that you lived here. Otherwise, you weren't allowed, or working here, um, or you weren't allowed to come onto the island. Well, we call it an island. It's a peninsula, but you can't get out at the top. I've said that like 1,000 times now, but there literally is like telephone poles with big cables going through them where you can't drive out of the state up there. Which I used to drive up there all the time, and like then I would get to like that gate, and if you made a left and go up over the dune, there was like a bunch of like back roads you could take and shit, and it would like take you all around Corova and Swan Hill and all these. Everything was sand though, like the road was sand. So like you better have 4-wheel drive, like you better be ready, you better air your tires way the fuck down, like you got to do all kind of fucking shit. But point being, obviously, I'm in North Carolina. I'm talking about the north part of the state, so this would be Virginia that blocked off the fucking thing. Well, in their defense, it's a state park. So they just don't want like people up there driving on the beach and all that shit, which is dumb because when you drive on the beach, you drive down closer to the water where the sand's like nice and compact. You don't want to drive up like, or you drive right next to the dune, or not, yeah, like right next to the dune, but never in between those two spots because that's normally where tourists will be, laying out, have their tent set up, or their chairs or whatever. But the best way is right down by the water, like that shit. Like sometimes it'll get soupy and you could get fucked, but for the most part, like it was like driving on pavement. Like you didn't even need 4-wheel drive. There was a lot of times like I never even used 4-wheel drive the whole time I was there. Hell, my buddy had a Corvette and he brought that bitch out onto the beach. It was just one of those days that was perfect. And like at the beach access where you drive onto the beach, because literally you drive and there's like this giant grate thing that you drive over, which like technically keeps the horses, because we have wild horses here, out of the area. And then there's like some fences and shit around there to keep them out as well. But this grate thing is the thing to like keep the horses from walking up the road and just making it to the southern. Well, the, technically that's the northern beach where you can drive on it, and then there's the north beach is the next one. So to keep the horses coming from the to the north beach, keep them up there in the northern beach. Um, but the water was perfect. Like I forget, it must have been like high waves or something like that, because the normally it you would like start in like when you're driving out onto the beach, like you would go off of concrete and onto sand, and then it would be like it'd be some pretty deep sand, and like you literally had to like get your speed going when you're on your concrete, and just hold that shit while you're just like flying and trying to make it to the fucking water. Well, not to the water, but to like close to the water. Because then you just like drive there. Well, the water must have like washed all the way to the access. Because my buddy was like, "Fuck, I can get my Corvette out there," and he just like drove right out there, and like it worked fine. It was pretty funny. We took pictures and shit. I don't know if I have any of them, but I know we took pictures because we were like, this is the craziest fucking shit ever. Like, this should be. Like, they have filmed Chevy commercials here. Like, with, vehicles out on the beach. Driving and shit like that on the beach. So, if we had, like, better video technology back then, we could have, like, just videoed it and stuff and like sent it to Chevy, and it might have been in a commercial. That would have been pretty cool. Like, dude man gets royalties because his Corvette's in a Chevy commercial, and I get royalties because I did the video. Like, that would be fucking badass. Let me see. What do I have over here? I got shorties. What are these? Yeah, the good ones. Never mind, I'm not gonna say that. Man, dinner for tonight. Well, I should eat those eggs. Um, I got two sets of buffalo style eggs, which actually these ones are garbage, but that's what they look like, buffalo style, and they're orange. Two, these ones are garbage, but I got two of them. I already ate one, and then I got two things of yogurt, mixed berry and raspberry. The raspberry is fucking the shit, man. I I started off with the peach, and then went to blueberry. Blueberry's so fucking good. But now I'm on the raspberry. I just fucking love it. Oh yeah, so I got yogurt, and then I got Fruit Loops, these little tiny fucking thingies. I got Fruit Loops, and I got fucking Rice Krispies. Yeah, Rice Krispies one. And I have milk in the fridge. There's my other egg, and there's my yogurt. I'm so disappointed in myself. I'm staring into this bag, and it's got 2 salads, a thing of more of those eggs, and a yogurt. Yeah, 1 yogurt. And there's 2 bananas. I don't know what happened to the other banana. I think I must have ate it. I mean, that's probably the most plausible conclusion. I just don't really remember eating it, so I must have been pretty wasted. Mozzarella sticks. They always seem like a good idea until you're like on your second one. I'm not really a fan of mozzarella sticks. But I also work, well, I can do that at my job right now if I felt like stealing food from the company. Um, but when I worked at the pizza shop, I could eat anything I wanted. Like anything. The entire time I'm working. Like I literally can just keep making myself food the entire time I was there. And none of the owners, neither of the owners, I should say, had any problem with it. It was just part of the job. It was one of the perks of the job, I should say. You get tips, and you can eat anything you want, and take shit home. So you want a whole fucking 18-inch pizza with every fucking ingredient that we have in the entire place? You had to make it. That was the only rule. Like, don't expect other people to make your shit. So, like, if you work the front, like, you had to come into the back and make your own fucking pizza. Like, we'll need your dough for you. Like, and, do that shit. But, like, you got to do your own sauce, cheese, toppings, and then throw it in the oven and we'll cook it. Like, I would cook it usually. I was almost always the one that was cooking everything. Well, when I was working. Like, on my days off, obviously, I wasn't, like, really cooking much up there. But I had so many fucking mozzarella sticks. Because it would be like, first off, that place was, uh, um, fuck, what would you call it? Um, I guess high turnout. Like, you were constantly, like, running your ass off trying to complete orders. And it was always like, oh man, I was on the oven, so I was the one to complete the orders. So I would like put the pizzas in the bag, and then I would grab like the salads out of the cooler that were already made by somebody else, and I would put them on top of the bag with the ticket, so that the delivery driver knew like, okay, they get 4 pizzas and they get like 4 salads and I don't know, or a mozzarella sticks or whatever, and like a 2 liter of Pepsi, or I think we did Coke, whatever, who cares. Um, but the delivery driver would like forget the fucking salads all the fucking time, like to the point where I would go running out the back door with the salads and shit, like, Jeannie, you forgot this shit. And she would stop and, like, grab it and be like, oh my God, thank you so much for, looking out for me. And I'm like, no problem. She was like an older lady. And, it got to the point where I did that so often, she actually would tip me out at the end of the night. Like, she would just give me a tip. Just me, because I would look out for her and I would be like, running out with salads and 2 liters and shit like that. Be like, yo, you forgot this shit. And like, and by tipping me, I mean like she would give me like $20, which was pretty fucking cool, man. Yeah, that was great. I remember, like, we would get some pretty fat ass tips, man. When the new owner took over, not so much because like we started breaking records. Like in one day we sold like $7,000 worth of pizza. Whoa, food. And the owner, which was my sister's best friend's husband, um, he was like, he was ecstatic because he started the fucking business. Actually, I think he bought it, but it was a little tiny fucking business, and he made it into like a bigger fucking business with like a dining room and shit. It never had a dining room. It was like literally just a kitchen. And you would walk up to the back door, and they would just like do your transaction and then hand you your pizza. Um, and he turned it into like actually having a dining room and like a cold case that had beer in it, and we would get uh, a shift beer. Like every time we worked, we got a free beer at the end of the night. It was fucking great, man, because it was just one beer. Sometimes they would give us two beer, like it was Ted that would give us two beers, but you could always just pay $3 and get a second beer if you wanted. Um, but that was perfect because two beers, you're under the legal limit, and you still got to drive home. So like you don't want to drink any more than that. Um, what was I thinking of? When Ted owned it, that was my sister's best friend's husband. um, he would give us a shift beer, but at the end of the night, like we would technically close, and now it's time to like start cleaning up and shit like that. So I was in the back, like I would work the ovens. So it was like turn off all the ovens and like do all the dishes and um cover all of the fucking toppings and shit with film, shut down the fryer, just dumb shit like that, mop the floor. Um but while we were doing that, while we were closed, Ted would be like, "Yeah, whatever, man. Go ahead and grab a beer now." So, like, while we were technically on the clock, we would be drinking, which is against the law in North Carolina. Um, and then one night, the fucking uh, whatever the fuck they're called, the liquor people, liquor control board or whatever. Like, okay, in my mind, I know that out front, well, first off, the front door is locked because we're closed. And out front, sitting down at the dining tables, are all of our delivery drivers and the owner. Well, actually, no, it wasn't the owner this time. It was actually, I convinced him to hire a manager. I was like, dude, we're making bank. Like, you should hire a fucking manager. Like, it doesn't have to be me, but you should hire a manager so you can, like, go on vacation and shit. Like, put all the blame on them if shit gets fucked up instead of just some person you're paying per hour kind of fucking thing. And I told him, like, do a salary. Like, make it worth their while to, like, treat you right. And he did. And so that dude was out there counting money with all these delivery drivers. I'm talking like close to $10,000. So I know that's going down out in the dining room. And all I see is the back door open and a guy with a gun come running in the fucking in the back of the restaurant. And like I was like, what the fuck is this? And I was so fucking close. We had this. We barely ever used it, but we would use it in the oven. We had this skillet. It was like an iron skillet, like a big ass fucking. I mean, it wasn't that big. Around. I mean, if I smacked you in the face with it, like you're going down for sure. But it wasn't like like bigger than someone's face. Like, you know, it was just that size, you know? And I was about to grab that and just whack that guy right in the fucking face. Because, I mean, there's fucking, like, thousands of dollars in the other fucking room, you know? And even though you should, like, if you're gonna get robbed, like, you're supposed to just, like, let them fucking do it and, like, let them go and then let the cops, you know, track down the money and shit like that. But, I almost did that, and it turned out that was the dude from the liquor control board, and he saw us drinking beer while we were like, oh, like he assumed we were on the clock, which we were, and like he came in, we ended up getting rode up. Travis, who was the manager guy, got rode up for allowing us to drink beer, and he ran in. And I was like, "What the fuck is going on?" And then he came back and he's like, "Is that your beer?" And I'm like, "I don't know." And he's like, "Is that your beer?" And I'm like, "I don't know." Like it was close to me, but I don't know who the fuck this guy is. Like I don't know what the fuck's going on. So I was just like, "I don't know." And he's like, "Pour it out." And I'm like, "What?" And he's like, "Yeah, pour it out." And I'm like, "Why?" And he pulled out his badge and was like, "Liquor control board. I told you to pour it out. You're like, you're not allowed to drink while you're working." And oh yeah, that was one of the things he says. He's like, "Do you work here?" And I was like, "No." And he's like, "You don't work here." And I'm like, I'm wearing a company shirt. I'm in the back of the fucking restaurant. I'm cleaning shit up. And I'm like, "No, I don't work here." Because in my mind, I just quit. Like, I'll get up with Ted later and be like, "Yo, dude, like, I want my job back," and shit like that. He'll give me my job back. But for as of right now, I quit. Like, nope, I don't work here. But yeah, then he yelled at me and told me I had to pour it out. And I was like, "Why?" And he's like, "You can't be drinking on the job." And I'm like, "I don't work here." And he's like, "Yeah, well, if you're a customer, you need to be in the dining room because you're not supposed to be in the back of the restaurant." And I'm like, "Oh, yeah, I'll dump it out." Oh, and then he told my boss, Ted comes in like the next day or 2 days later or something like that. And he was like, I think it was the next day. And he was like, "Yeah, so that guy that came in the other day, I had to call him. He needed me to call him and, you know, let him know that I knew that this citation was issued to Travis, not to me, um, because he was the manager, I guess the manager on duty or whatever. Um, that he wanted the owner to know what happened." So when Ted called him, and like then I see Ted the next, he's like, "Yeah, I had to call that guy." And I was like, "Oh yeah, how'd that go?" And he's like, "Yeah, he asked me if you, what the fuck did he say? He asked me if you were confrontational." And I said no. And he said he really has a seniority complex. Which is true. I do. Are you done being charged, bitch? Tell. Probably. Or, yeah. Well, I don't like authoritarians. That's my problem. So when someone comes in and just starts barking orders at me, and I don't even know who the fuck you are, you didn't identify yourself. Like, yeah, I'm gonna be a fucking pain in the ass. It's like, is that NF? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was. I think it was NF. I can't remember. Somebody walks in, and they're like, "Who the fuck is this dude?" Yeah, who the fuck is this dude? Don't get jujitsu. Or no, there's something else in there, and then don't get jujitsu. I mean, I only heard that song like 2 hours ago. Can't remember the fucking lyrics. I wonder where my other dog treats went. I vaguely remember. Get down, buddy. Hey, what are you doing? I vaguely remember. I had two open. I have 4 bags. I had 2 open. There's one that's not open. It's still right there. The other one I had over here, and it fell off and fell down. I didn't pick it up, and now it's just kind of missing over here. Might be somewhere over here though. Might have migrated that way somewhere. uh, what other crazy cop stories do I have? This wasn't me, because I would always make slow movements around cops when they show up to an alarm going off. Because when the alarm would go off, I would get called and have to go to the house. The cops technically weren't allowed to enter the house unless I let them in. So I would show up and be like, yeah, whatever, man. Like, here, door's unlocked. Go for it. Have fun. And they would go through and, like, check and see, what's going on. I would turn the alarm off, and they would go in, and, but I would always make slow movements around them because they were usually on edge because an alarm was going off in a rich neighborhood. And, like, there's nobody occupying these houses. So, literally, it's probably somebody breaking in. Which houses would get looted all the time around here in the wintertime. Like, big multi-million-dollar houses, people break into them and, like, steal all the flat screens out of it. Like, every once in a while, you'd have, like, appliances stolen. Stop licking my fucking chair. But stop. Nothing bad ever happened with me. As a matter of fact, it was always a good experience every time an alarm would go off, because I would meet potentially another new cop that I don't know already, or I would see a cop that I do know already. And, like, I don't know, the more you're in an interaction where the cops get to know you and think you're a good guy, the better. That way, like, I had so many, not so many, but there was, like, at least, like, 3 or 4 times I got pulled over for speeding, and I got out of the ticket just because I knew the cop. It was all the same cop, too. Terrence. Come on, what the fuck? Go. Oh, but the crazy cop thing, didn't happen to me. It happened to a guy I worked with. Stop! God damn it! Quit fucking getting my fucking chair wet. He was at a house, and I guess he said, "Stop! What the fuck are you doing now? Go lay down. Go." I don't know what the hell happened, but I think, well, the alarm went off at a house, but the guy I worked with was around back doing something, and he came around the house. Would you fucking stop? He was coming around the front as the cop was coming around the back, and he had a drill in his hand. And as soon as he came around the corner, the guy like just pulled up his drill like it was a gun, and the cop totally pulled his gun out and had him like almost like right at his head. And the dude was like, and then the cop like realized it was just a drill. And then like that was the end of the interaction. But that's why I never made fast movements around the cops when the alarm was going off. And I would usually roll up to the house and usually right inside the would you stop? Right inside stop the I call it the key door because we had the electronic locks on there, and usually the electronic locks were close to the first keypad that you would come across, usually right inside the door. But then we had other houses that had actual keys, and those ones you just had to know where the fuck to go. Because some of them, they would have the control panel locked in an owner's lockup. So they would take like a cupboard, like in the kitchen or whatever, and they would install the keypad on the side of the wall inside the cupboard, and then they would put a deadbolt on there so that nobody could get in there. So they could like store their liquor and like extra food that could be stored there or, whatever. Uh I never really met a friendly cop till I moved to North Carolina. Every cop I had an interaction with in Pennsylvania, fuck them. That they're like the exact reason why people say fuck the police. Like they were all fucking power tripping, fucking crazy assholes. Specifically, the chick I worked with, sister. She fucking hated me. She was a cop dog for our township. She drove a jacked up K5 Blazer, and I went to Sheets one night and she was there, and I complimented her tires because I was like getting into like off road and off roading shit. I was in my Jeep, as a matter of fact. Or yeah, I was in my Jeep, one of my Jeeps, and I was just like, "Damn man, look at those tires. That's pretty cool. Like, I bet they're pretty. I bet they can go anywhere or something like that." And she was like, "Oh yeah, yeah, yeah." And then she waited for me to come out of Sheet. She backed out of her parking spot and pulled right behind me while I was in my parking spot, blocked me in, turned her lights on, and then proceeded with a DUI check on me. Because I used cologne, because I worked in a restaurant and you would stink at the end of the night. So I would carry like replacement clothes in my truck so I could change out of my work clothes. And then I would put cologne on so that I wouldn't smell like I just worked at a restaurant for like 8 hours. And I guess she smelled the cologne and thought it was alcohol and then had to do a DUI check on me. And I had my lip pierced at the time. So she's making me blow on this breathalyzer. And she's like, blow harder, blow harder, blow harder, blow harder. And finally, I just took it out of my mouth. I'm like, I got a leak in my mouth right here. Like pointing at my piercing. Really wasn't a fucking leak because the whole thing I said the other day. But I thought it was funny to yell at her. Then again, that's my problem with authority. I don't know. Well, I don't think it was really she had a problem with me per se. I think she had that cop mentality that everybody's up to no good. You just have to figure out what it is. And I think that's what she would do with me is like he has to be doing something wrong. Like I could probably write him a ticket for something. Like that's the mentality I think she had. And she was the cop dog or dog cop. Yeah, I guess dog cup. She was kind of a dog, though. I'll tell you that much, man. Her sister was fucking gorgeous. Like, when I worked with her sister, I quit when I was 21. So, like, 16 to 21. And she was probably, like, early 30s. And she was pretty fucking hot. Her sister, the cop, not so fucking much. She looked like a bull dyke. She even had bull dyke haircut and shit to like over, and then she was always in a cop uniform, so that makes her look even more like a bull dyke. Like some chicks, if they got like little ponytails or pigtails or whatever, like wrapped up or however they keep their hair out, from being able to be used as a weapon against them, like if they get into an interaction. Like those chicks like usually look pretty fucking hot. This chick did not look fucking hot at all. Like literally she looked like a bull dyke, which I'm pretty sure she was. Oh, look at that. I got a .33 kill death ratio in the last game. 3 kills, 9 deaths. That sucks. Let's try not to do that again. Shit. Should I go dome? Should I go shipment? Should I go shoot house? But yeah, I moved to North Carolina, and like every interaction I've ever had with any cop has been like great. I haven't got a knock on wood. I haven't. Well, I don't really speed anymore, so I haven't got a ticket for anything. Well, that's not true. I got a ticket for registration being expired, which you got to go to court for. But that's the only tickets that I've got. I think I've got multiple registration. I know I've got at least 2, and my registration's out right now too, so it's probably gonna be 3. But like speeding tickets, every time I got pulled over for speeding, the top was just like slow it down, and then would leave. Like literally, they were just checking your registration and insurance. Like, okay, you got that shit. All right, well, and like they wouldn't even like run it. They would just make sure you had it on you, and then just hand it back to you and be like, all right, yeah, just slow it down. And I'd be like, all right, and like for the next like 3 weeks, I would like slow it down and not be speeding, and then eventually I would start speeding again. My big speeding thing was on the northern beach because it's all, what do you call it, 2-lane road, one northbound, one southbound lane. So you get behind slow ass fucking tourists that are like, I know the speed limit's 45 and we can do 50, but I'm gonna do 25. And then so I want, like, there's passing zones, so I would want to fucking pass them. And then I found out quickly that like the cop made me very aware that when you're passing people, you still have to do the speed limit. You can't like, because I was just speeding up really quick so I could get around them, quicker, so I wasn't in the other lane, so I wasn't a like hazard to other people. And he's like, it doesn't work like that. Like you can only go the speed limit. You can't just like speed to pass somebody. And I was like, well, that's the first I've ever heard of this shit. But that same cop got me like 3 times doing the exact same thing. All right, later on. But like the first week I lived here, I got pulled over like literally right in front of my house where I live now. I don't know. I don't remember exactly where it was, but it was pretty much right here in front of my house. And it was an old cop. And the dude was cool as fuck, man. That was one of those times where he just came up and was like, license registration. And I hand it to him, and he just like looks at it, just like making sure it's valid and everything. He's like, okay, here you go, and hands it back to me, and just like, hey, man, speed limit's 35 on this road. I clocked you at like 43, 44, 45, something like that. He's like, just slow it down, man. Like, it's a residential area. Just watch your speed. And I was like, you got it, sir. And he was like, have a nice day. And that was my very first cop interaction in North Carolina. And I'm like, I fucking love this place compared to Pennsylvania. Like, the cops are actually kind of cool. Because that's how a fucking interaction should be. It should be like, hey, you were speeding, but you really weren't speeding that much. So slow it down. Like, get the hell out of here. Kind of fucking thing. Because then people get more respect for the cops. You know, you could do the every once in a while, like, fuck it, you're getting a ticket kind of thing. And, like, you still can come off as, like, a really cool cop, man. Like, the one cop I listened to, he has a YouTube channel. I don't want to, like, misquote him, but I'm pretty sure he said that he never wrote a speeding ticket. Like, never. Like, he'd pull you over for it just to, like, get information. Like, what's going on? Do you have someone kidnapped in the back? Like, do you have a stolen ATM in the back of the fucking car? You know, like, dumb shit like that. That might happen. But he would just be like, do the same thing. He'd be like, hey, man, just, like, slow it down. Like, after he would check, he would run their info, though. He'd get back to the computer, like, on the radio. Actually, it's probably the radio. And, like, call it in and be like, yeah, we got a warrant out for this guy, or, you know, whatever. And if everything turned out fine, he would never write a speeding ticket. It would just, and he would never call the call in either. Like, he would call the information in, but he would never say, like, I'm stopping at blah blah blah, mile marker 6, you know, shit like that. He would never do that shit. And his justification was because usually he was not writing a ticket anyway. Like, he was just trying to get information. Like, is this someone that I'm interested in that, you know, is probably committing crime right now? No. Let him go. Like, just be on your way, man. Like, I guess, thanks for not doing crime. But he was into, not into, he was like, he was military police, he was police, he was a detective with, like, drugs, with kidnappings, any kind of, like, child abduction and shit like that. Which, hearing him talk about that stuff is pretty fucking crazy. Like, 90% of the time, it was like one of the parents. Like, they don't have full custody and they decided to take full custody, kind of thing. Like, most of the time, that's what was happening. Well, at least according to his stories. But he's got great fucking stories. Normally, he does videos of police in, you know, obviously in the line of duty, like dash cam videos, like police pursuits, body cam video, you know, shit like that. Or sometimes it'll be like surveillance camera video that catches the shit. But he'll, like, just critique how the cops either did good or did bad, like what they did wrong, what they could have done better, and shit like that. But he has a whole segment of crazy cop stories where he just tells crazy ass fucking shit that has happened to him in the line of duty, which is pretty fucking cool. Well, it's not exactly cool that it happened. It's just cool that he has a story about it. Alright, so what do I want to do? Dome. Sheepman. Or, I haven't done whatchamacallit yet. Shoot house. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've listened to every one of his crazy cop stories. I don't know how many he has. But he's one of those YouTube channels, like, when his video pops up on my timeline, I'm just like, hell yeah. Like, I'm watching that fucking thing. It's almost always a shit show, one way or another.
Team deathmatch.
Throwing grenade!
All
I'm with
Strasser,
you.
your task is to destroy
Tossing
all
smoke
threats.
grenade!
We've got enemies in the AO.
Secure the lead.
Ah, you fucker.
Fire them, not me! Covering the six.
Taking a... Holy shit!
Holy shit, it's right, buddy.
Took a round!
You baby. Ah. That one's fun.
Hostile UAV active. Hardline online.
Ah, wrong way. Ah, whore. Hey.
Engage!
I want to say that was the beer, but that was not.
Getting sniped
UAV standing
Boom! Double kill, motherfucker! Oh, damn it! I have, oh, like what? 4 more
Hostile UAV in the sector.
trophies.
I'll cover you!
That's
We've
not
got
right
enemies
here.
in the... Took a round.
It's not.
Well, basic, check fire!
Arr. Bitch.
Quick fix. Hostile SAE near your position. Hostile UAV overhead.
Tossing sticky grenade! Wasn't gonna let that slide. Enemy down!
I want to get a trophy. Ugh. I don't give a shit about the trophy.
Taking fire!
But that time I wanted it.
Friendly UAV on station.
I've got contact! Sniper's down! Got your 6!
Changing mag!
Damn it.
Hostile UAV active.
Arrgh.
Charging max!
Hostiles launched a cruise missile.
Come on, mate. Every single cruise missile launched tonight has been right directly on me. Damn it. Oh, bitch. Hard.
Hostile cruise missile launched.
Hey, that cruise missile didn't hit me. That's the first one all night.
Hit!
Ah. Why no fucking trophy? Are there trophyless people? That guy has no trophy. Did I reach a limit or something? Because I didn't give a shit about trophies, and then I started collecting them. Ah! Shit. I think I didn't have a trophy either. What the fuck's going on? Maybe I hit a limit.
Enemy contact!
I'll cover you!
Ah, damn it! Ah! No trophy.
Hostile UAV in the sector.
Wasn't gonna let that
There's
slide.
trophy.
Fresno, hostile cruise missile incoming. Pass now. Hostile still alive.
Oh, I think that was a cruise missile that missed me.
Hostile UAV overhead.
Taking effective fire!
No trophy.
A friendly fire, asshole!
Ah, did that thing fucker fall on my head?
Grenade out! On your 6! Enemy sentry, struck! Fire! Reloading!
Hostile UAV overhead.
Grenade out!
I saw the grate going left.
Grenade out!
Get back!
That didn't work out well.
You failed basic? Check fire!
Grenade out!
Getting hit hard.
Bastard.
Hostile UAV in the sector.
I'm reloading! This one's dead!
I got the grape.
Hostiles in the AO!
Ah.
Mission compromised. We have defeated.
Wonder how many freaking trophy things I got. Big pup. $19.23. Alright, I'll take that shit. Actually, I was in second place. What the fuck? And I didn't have the most amount of kills. Or, deaths. Deaths. I think I had things. There's more shit. Oh, hell yeah. One operator headshot with sniper? Fuck yeah, I can do that shit. We'll go to fucking... We'll get that out of the way right here. What was I gonna eat? Oh, right. Cool. Oh, I fucking love these things, man. It's funny, because it, like, literally has nothing to do with, like, the buffalo part of it. It just has everything to do with, like, the egg part. I love hard-boiled eggs so much. Like, I totally get it. Like, I don't think they do it anymore. But I totally get it why back in the day. I still got a pile of shit in here. Yeah, it's up to here. I totally get it, like, how back in the day at a bar, they would just randomly have hard-boiled eggs. Because it's, like, just such a great drunk food. Easy. You, like, just literally just pick one up and just start munching on it. It's so good, salt and pepper. You gotta, like, heavily salt and pepper them. That's my favorite way. Alright. I'm gonna save this one for a minute. Maybe. Yeah. Oh, look, there he is. Rick's got a new video out. LAPD shoot man reaching for gun. Justified, in my opinion. And it says earning a, I'm assuming it's on his playlist of earning a donut. Because he's got two different playlists. He's got earning the hate, and he's got earning a donut. And if the cops do good, it's on earning the donut. And if they do bad, it's on earning the hate. But that's why I like him. And that's why I like listening to his analysis. He's not always 100% pro cop, even though he used to be a cop. Like, a lot of the times, it's earning the hate. And he's like, this is why people don't trust the cops. Like, look at this, whatever the fuck happened. Which usually is something pretty fucking crazy, though. But he points it out. He's like, yeah, I know, that's fucked up. Like, the cop never should have done that. Like, blah, 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 blah. Or, on the opposite spectrum, like, great technique, like, waited for his partner, like, whatever the fucking technique is, like, he points it out, and he's like, yeah, like, that's exactly how I would have done it. Which is what I appreciate, because I like hearing from a cop when they call out, quote, bad cops. Which I think, like, I can call out bad cops, but I'm pretty sure he can do a way better job than I can. Hell, I watched him doing a video about the recent documentary, I think it was the New York Post, did about the Uvalde school shooting. And, like, the entire video, he's just like, you guys are a bunch of fucking pussies. Like, I can't believe, like, he said it, like, so many fucking times. It was 2 half-hour long videos that he did. And in, like, within, like, 4 minutes, like, he was always calling the cops pussies. Like, he called out that one cop whose wife was one of the teachers in the school. I think she ended up getting shot. But whatever. Like, and his kid was in the school too. And he called that guy out. He's like, if my wife or my kid or both were in that school, there's no one that could hold me back. Like, I would be rushing any fucking classroom looking for this fucking school shooter. I would take his fucking ass out. Which, I agree with him. Like, yeah, I would too. I mean, think whatever you want about, like, your life, but, like, your wife and your kid, that is your fucking life. And if they were in danger, I would be like those parents in the parking lot that ended up getting arrested because they wanted to go into the school and get their kids out. And the cops ended up arresting them. But yet they entered the school But they never went where the shooter was for 77 minutes. That's an hour and 17 minutes. That's fucked up. Like one guy, he kept like running down the hall and getting close to the classroom where the guy was. No one followed him. It was all him, and then he would have to retreat because he had no fucking backup. Like no one would like had any balls and would go down there. Like I don't want to be one of those people that would say like I would totally fucking do it, but yeah, that's kind of what you get paid for. That's why I don't have that job. Because I don't want that responsibility. I'd rather have some fucking job where I'm getting paid way less and I don't have to worry about taking a bullet because that's the job. Fuck that shit. It's kind of like right after 9/11. Like, well, actually it was the day of 9/11. My mom, I think she messaged me. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was a text message. But she messaged me and was like, I just had to make sure that you weren't going to join the military. And I was like, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, man. Like, there's no way. Like, I'm not joining the fucking military. Fuck that. Hey, hats off to everyone who does, but that shit ain't for me. Like, I mean, like I said earlier, I have an authoritarian complex. Like, the military would, A, probably break me of that, but I would probably get kicked out before that would even happen because I'm such a fucking asshole when it comes to that shit. Would you stop fucking knocking shit over? Because I don't like that shit. I don't like being told what the fuck to do over and over and over again. Fuck, wasn't it a military saying? Yeah. I can't remember what one it was. I want to say it was Army. But the saying was give a man a job and let him surprise you with the results. And like that's the kind of shit that I like. You know, like this job needs to be done. Like get it done. And then like you could do it um the A way, you could do it the B way, you could do it the C way, you could do it the D way, you could do it the X way that nobody even thought up. You know, like you could do all that shit, whatever. As long as the job gets done, then everything's a-okay. But that's the kind of shit that's what I've always. I heard that once in a movie, and I'm pretty sure they were talking about the Army. May have been the Marines, may have been the Air Force, may have been who did I forget? The Navy, Army, Marines, Air Force. It may have been any of those four. I don't remember, but I want to say it was the Army. But I always incorporated that. So like when I was a manager and I had people working for me, I was like, whatever. Like we have this job, it needs to be done. I don't care how you do it. As long as that job is done when you're done doing that job. Like I don't want to have to like come out and like save your butt and freaking do the job for you. Just get it done. However way you feel it should be done. And at the end of the day, when the job is done, I'm happy. Like, that's all I give a shit about. I don't give a fuck if you did it the conventional way or if you did it a non-conventional way. Like, I really don't give a shit. Is the job done? Is it done correctly? Boom. I'm A-okay with it. I've always been like that. And when I've been on the other side where I was I guess I was still an employee when I was a manager, but when I would have a manager that would have that kind of attitude with me, they were usually like, "How did you do that?" And then I would tell them, and they'd be like, "I never even thought that you could do it that way." And I'm like, "I didn't either. I just figured, fuck it. Like, I'll just give it a go, and we'll see if I can fix it that way." And then I did. And now we have a new way to do things. I love that shit about, like, fixing things. What are you doing over there? Are you just sitting over there, like, fucking up cans? This fucking dog. She's the cutest fucking thing in the world. Alright, you're cool. You're cute too. Get down. Get down. I have the two cutest fucking dogs in the entire world. No, go lay down. Go lay down. Go. Hup, hup. Good girlie. Lay down. Good girl. Look at you stretching out, taking up the entire couch. What are you growling at me for? Hey, come on, get down. Go hang out with Keppers. Kind of want to eat this fucking cereal. The little tiny cereal. I already have open. Well, one of them's open, the other one's not open. Get down. But I've got these little bowls of cereal, man. Like, I just want to eat those fucking things. Fuck it, another Sour Patch Kid. Oh, shit. Huh. Oh. I got home at, it was after 7. It's like 7:30, 7:45, somewhere around there. It was my first beer. It's 2:30 in the morning, and I'm not even done with my second beer. That's like not good alcoholism. Although I drank that much liquor. It was up pretty much to this blue line, or the blue label. And I drank all of that, which was 10 shots? 12 shots? I don't know. I played like 4 games and I took a shot every single game. That was the very first 4 games that I played that wasn't broadcast. Hey! Stop. Go. Hup. Get up. Hup. Get up. I made her get up and now they're both wrestling on the couch. Rue's biting her on the back. What are you doing, you weirdos? I don't know if you can hear that. It's their jaws smacking. Because they're like acting like they're gonna bite each other and then they don't. Hey! Uh, what'd I do? Things. Alright, hang on. Need me a new drink. Oy. Oy. Kinda want another shot. Wonder if that's an alcoholism thing. Like, the shots that I do, like, really don't fuck me up. Even though I've done a bunch of them. Like, it's really like the beer that fucks me up. And like I said, I'm on 5, 7, yeah, we'll call it 7 hours, and I just opened my 3rd beer. It took me 4 or 4.5 hours to get my first beer done. Who's it? Oh. Oh, this is Nicki Minaj. I thought it was Cardi B. Okay. So I like both of them. Go lay down. Go. Hup.
dispatch.
Smoke!
Strelzer 1, you are
Enemy.
clear to engage.
Throwing shot stick! Planted mine!
You have the lead. We've secured the lead. We've lost the lead.
Fucking cuts! Shoot
Enemy
the
has the
enemy!
lead. UAV ready to deploy. Missile standing by.
Ah,
Hostile UAV overhead.
Molotov!
We have the lead.
Multiple threats!
We've lost the lead.
oh shit.
Carbine incoming! Contact!
Quick fix online.
Throwing Semtex!
Ah,
You put that target on yourself.
Semtex out!
Setting mine!
Reloading!
Throwing shot stick!
Back.
Planted mine! I got your six! It's hit!
ah, ha, 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 ha.
Friendly UAV online. Friendly bomb drone in contact.
Got one!
Friendly UAV on station. You're halfway to mission complete. Keep fighting.
Target area marked! You cleared hot!
Tiger 2-1. Impact. Good hit.
Double.
Requesting recon flyout!
Copy that.
Grenade! Get back! Landing mine! You should have known.
Double stack on the mine. that guy!
Multiple enemies.
Check your fire!
Be advised. Please the AO. Our UAV is orbiting the area. UAV is standing by.
Damn it.
Enemy here!
Hostile
Too
cluster
bad
mine
shots.
deployed.
Right.
Thermite! Incoming!
Moving here.
Thermite!
Friendly
Molotov out!
Friendly cluster mine deployed.
On your six! Throwing Molotov! Taking fire! Shot stick out! Setting mine! Enemy in the area! Take that!
Throw in the boat!
Enemy stick shot! Enemy here!
Stop barking. Stop barking, Pepperdoodle.
Throwing Semtex!
I got your stick!
Enemy contact!
Hostile care package deployed. We've got them on the run. Keep it up.
Lo maté!
Hostiles called in an airstrike.
Target spotted!
Yeah! Final
Victory
2
secure.
kills.
Good fighting.
Yeah. Oh, what the fuck? That wasn't me. 26-18. Fuck yeah. I'll take that shit. Four. I didn't even. Wait, did I use my shotgun? I think I did. Here, wait. What we got? 4 long shot kills. 3 kills with Semtex. Settle down. Oh, where do I have? Not done. Yeah. Reese's Pieces. These cigars are so good. But I'm not like a crazy fucking idiot. I've had these things for like, what, 5 days? 6 days? And I still have half the box left. Actually, I'm off for 2 days after tomorrow. So, I'm buying another fucking box of them. I'm not even like a chocolate fan. I just love the peanut butter part of it. What the fuck are you doing? Get down! That's my favorite part about it. It's kind of like Reese's peanut butter cups. Well, Reese's. Reese's. Oh, I'm gonna grab more Reese's peanut butter cups tomorrow too. I love the peanut butter part of it. But I fucking love peanut butter. One of the best combinations, which makes sense because like Asian people do it with like real peanuts. But one of the best combinations I've found is like chicken and peanut butter. It's freaking awesome. I like to put hot pepper powder on it too. Like try to get that thing as hot as possible. I cannot believe that I have this fucking strip. It's probably like 2 inches wide of hair that just. I used my trimmers to like shave my head. And there's like dead center of the back of my fucking head. It's like I was trying to go for a mohawk or some shit. Cause there's like a 2 inch wide strip that I just totally did not shave. Like, I ran the trimmers over it like 15 times. It just didn't cut for some reason. And I didn't even really notice until I made it to work. And then I was like, oh, that makes me look like a fucking dipshit. So I look like a dipshit all day. but I'm gonna try to. Well, I almost always wake up early anymore, as long as I sleep in this chair. If I go to my bed, I can sleep for fucking 17 hours. Actually, I think the last time I did sleep in my bed, I slept for like 18 hours or something like that. Because I was off the next day. And I think I went to bed at like 10 o'clock at night. And I didn't wake up until like 4 or 5 in the afternoon, something like that. Or maybe I went to bed at midnight and I woke up at like 6 or 7 or 8 or 9 or 10 at night. It was pretty fucking late. Well, according to whenever the fuck I went to sleep. Oh man. I gotta get more of these Sour Patch Kids because these suckers are great. They're Sour Patch Kids Tropical. Is there more words? Artificially flavored, soft and chewy candy. Would you stop hitting my goddamn chair? But yeah, they're fucking great. I'm not exactly a big candy person, even though I have a shitload of candy. This is only 8 ounces, and it's lasted me. Wait, what the fuck? I have a cigarette in my hand, and I just put a cigarette in my mouth. It's only 8 ounces, and I've had it for. I mean, it's not the only candy I'm eating, too, so. Oh, right, I still have Spree in here. I got Sweet Tarts over here. Mm. Oh, 6 and 6. And this 10 and 10. Got a dome. Uh, not exactly feeling it. Stop licking my chair, you weirdo. Stop! Stop.
The enemy's gaining ground.
I've
Push
got
them
your
to
six!
grind. Enemy UAV overhead. Hostile UAV in the area.
Oh, right at the back.
Quick fix activated. Hostile counter UAV overhead. Enemy UAV overhead. Hostile care package deployed. Enemy UAV active. Friendly UAV on station. Hostile mortar strike incoming. Enemy counter UAV is active. Enemy UAV overhead. We're getting hit hard.
Oh, my trophy.
Mission compromised. We've been defeated.
I got second place, and I joined in progress. And 6 fucking. Oh, I got third place. 4 kills, 7 deaths. 3 denied, 6 scores. Holy shit, I got the most amount of scores? I did not get the most amount of deaths. I didn't get the most amount of kills. I was up there with the most amount of denies. I had 3, 5. Oh, 8. Yeah, 8, 5, 5, 4, and then me. Hmm. Let me see what's going on. I never watched, but this dude has been doing sleep streams where he turns on the fucking camera and just goes to sleep. It says it's upcoming at 1:30. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. 3:07. Whenever he fell asleep before he hit the record button. That's funny shit, man. Alright, let's do another drink, because I think I gotta go to bed here pretty shortly. Actually, I don't have to, but I'm going to. What time is it? 3:08. Yeah, I'm gonna be up in less than 9 hours. Which I could probably do in my bed. But I'm totally gonna sleep right here in a stupid fucking chair. Because it's so uncomfortable. I'll be up in like 4 hours. If I go back to sleep, I could probably sleep 6 hours. Then wake up, play more fucking Call of Duty until it's time to leave. Or until it's time to get dressed. And then until it's time to leave. I don't know, I just kind of want to keep on drinking. Oh, what do I need? Long shot and Semtex. Alright. Alright. 20,000 XP. Pretty sure XP doesn't mean a fucking thing to me right now. Here, wait, when does, did I hit the wrong button? Where's... I thought they had a thingy. Oh, 7 days. Alright. So 7 more days. And then we get new battle pass. Which I'm maxed out. So what, I'm level prestige 13? I think it's every 50. So 6 would be 12, and another one would be 13. So I'm going to level up whatever prestige 13 is. Oh shit, I did pour a drink. Like Drew's live. Ooh. Alright, where do I want to go? Fuck it, we'll do shoot house. Any long shots, some text. Drunk, go to sleep, fucked up.
Securing Alpha. Domination.
Yeah, here.
Objective Alpha secure. Objective Bravo is compromised. Get it back. We're losing Alpha.
I got one of them.
The enemy captured all objectives. Fight back. We're taking Alpha.
Oh, you
Securing
whore.
objective Alpha. Securing objective Bravo. Securing Alpha.
Taking effective fire!
Hardline activated.
Ugh.
Securing Charlie. Enemy UAV active.
Visual on target!
Charlie secure.
Target sighted!
Secure Bravo. We're
Enemy
losing
spotted!
Charlie. The enemy has captured 2 objectives. Bravo secure.
Taking effective fire! I'm taking fire!
We're losing
Semtex
Bravo.
out!
Control 2 objectives.
That's hey. He's loading!
Double.
Securing Alpha. Deploy.
What?
Police online.
¡Me cabrón!
Semtex incoming!
There.
Multiple threats here!
Enemy securing Charlie.
That didn't work out right. Whoa.
Objective
that was
Charlie is
not
compromised. Get it back.
correct.
Slave!
Enemy's taking Bravo. We're taking Alpha. The enemy holds 2 objectives. Secure those positions. Securing objective Alpha. Hostile UAV in the area. We've lost half the field. Fight back. Enemy securing Bravo.
I'm
We
reloading!
control Alpha.
Enemy down!
We're losing Bravo. Enemy's taking Alpha.
Watch your fire!
Enemy securing Bravo.
Un escorpión sabe cuándo atacar.
Enemy's taking Bravo.
You
We
up,
secure
papi.
2 objectives. We're losing Bravo. The enemy took Bravo. Enemy securing Alpha.
On your 6!
Securing objective Charlie. We control Charlie. We're taking Bravo. Enemy's taking Charlie. We're losing Alpha. All objectives secure. Hold what you got.
Culo!
The enemy took Charlie. We've lost Alpha. Enemy's taking Bravo. The enemy holds all objectives. We're getting our asses securing Alpha. Securing objective Bravo. taking Alpha. Securing Charlie. Securing objective Alpha. Securing Alpha.
Covering your 6!
Objective Alpha secure.
Lame.
Enemies taking Alpha. We're taking Charlie.
Stand tall!
Take real.
We've lost all objectives.
On your
We have to
6.
turn securing objective Charlie. Hostile cluster mine deployed. Objective Charlie secure.
Changing mag!
Friendly UAV online. The enemy controls 2 objectives. Get after him. We're losing Charlie.
Changing
Enemy
mags!
captured all objectives. Fight back. Our UAV is orbiting the area. Securing objective Alpha. We're taking Charlie. Hostile destroyed. The enemy's advancing. Securing Charlie.
Throwing grenade!
No.
Mission failed.
100.
Return to base.
That was last. That sucks. I got second place though. 1225. Six captures. What I was third. Tied behind first at 7. I got 6. Right? 7, 7. Yeah, I got 6. So it's tied for. Or no, it wasn't tied. There was a tie for first. I was second. 25. I got the most amount of deaths out of anybody in the game. That's pretty bad. What else do we got? Nothing. Yeah, I'm just gonna go to fucking sleep. Fuck it. What are you doing over there, little one? Oh yeah, these dogs gotta go outside anyway. Alright, yeah, I'm just gonna fucking call it. That's not calling it.